you've been stuck in the cycle of wins and losses and just simply blowing accounts, or wondering if this is even worth it, then this is for you. This is a very, very important part of trading that I'm going to discuss here that is ultimately, in my opinion, going to help you achieve profitability, at least get you a step closer. So quickly right off the bat, the trader cycle. At the very beginning as a trader, for anyone who's new, most of you guys following me here have some experience, you lose all the time. So the very beginning part of the trading journey is you lose all the time. Then the break-even phase is when you are winning, and then you're losing, you're winning and making profits, and you lose, give the profits back. That happens for a while. And then you get to profitability where you are winning and achieving more profit than you are losing, right? And that's the place we all aspire to be as traders. You should aspire to get to as a trader because it's great being on the profitable side. And it's a grind to get here, but hopefully with these tips, I'm going to bring you a little bit closer. So number one is why most traders don't get to where they want to be and are in that losing phase. And that's simply because of overtrading and lack of patience. These two things go hand in hand. If you are an impatient person, most likely you are simply overtrading, right? And this gets us all. This got me so many times. For years I would overtrade. And it's funny because it's like a backwards way of thinking. We automatically think that if we are not in a trade each day, we are not progressing to where we tend to get to, right? When in reality, taking less trades is how we get there, which I'm going to touch on in the next couple points. Let me take a minute to introduce to you one of the top new prop firms in the industry, Think Capital. Think Markets, a fully regulated broker, has entered the prop space. With over 15 years of broker experience, this is massive for us traders. With up to $600K in capital to manage, $5K to $300K accounts, it gives us the perfect resources to succeed. Another bonus is they offer to USA clients, which is massive for you US traders. Use the link in the description and code RMTrading for 15% off any challenge. Let's get back to the video. It wasn't until I realized that when I was trading every single day, I was doing worse. And how did I realize that? You guys know I talk about this all the time. Journal, please journal your trades. I can't say this enough. Journal, 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 because that is the only way you guys know you are doing things wrong. And this is a vicious habit you need to unwind if you want to get to that next level. Okay, so stop overtrading. What changed for me and got me from break even to profitability was simply realizing that less is more. Less is more. Not only is less is more in your trading, but it's also less is more when it comes to how much time you spend on these charts. Okay, so I guess those two kind of go hand in hand, but what I mean by that is realizing that if I only take 1 or 2 A+ setups per week, I'm good. And I'm most likely going to do better than if I try to trade every single day. Not most likely, I do way better. And I'm sure if you guys go look at some of your best trading weeks, I guarantee you most of them are when you took less trades, and the worst weeks are when you overtraded and you took more trades. There's a common similarity there. I have a mentorship program and I see this with a lot of my traders. The common theme between the winning traders is they take less trades than the losing traders. And it's something that you can break out of, but just know if you are in that phase right now, it's okay because I went through it and I reached the other side, and that's why I'm able to make this video for you guys. I'm having my best trading year as well this year, and there's a direct correlation between me just simply taking less trades. And by filtering out the bad trades, I automatically am taking less trades because for my strategy at least, and probably a lot of the winning ones, there aren't A+ setups every single day. Unless you're like a super scalper on the super low time frames, then maybe there is. But if you're an intraday trader or a swing trader, there aren't setups every single day. So why on earth are we trying to be involved every single day? You're going to lose. You're going to lose money and take away profits from those patient trades if you just waited. A goal for me this year was to simply go into the year with that in mind, where I wanted to take less trades. And I was like, Mac, try and take less trades this year and you're going to have a better year than the previous. And like I said, I've had a great trading year. I've passed 4 separate 100K challenges. I am 400K funded this year. I've had multiple payouts, have great personal accounts, and it has all been because of this less is more mindset. Now, the thing I quickly wanted to touch on as well is once you get to a certain point, I was talking about this with one of my good buddies, once you get to a certain point in your trading journey, you don't have to backtest all day, every day. And I personally believe that if you are doing that, you're just opening yourself up to a lot of pointless decision making. And what I mean by that is trading is something that already takes up a lot of mental energy in the morning. So just audit how you're doing. And what I mean by that is If you are backtesting every single day and you're not finding results in your live trading, but you are in your backtesting, maybe try taking a little bit, maybe pump the brakes on the backtesting for a bit and just show up each day, do what you need to do in the markets, and then come back at the end of the day, review your journal and move on. Give your brain some time to relax, because even when you're backtesting, if you go from live trading in the morning to then backtesting for 4 hours after that, or however many hours, think of the amount of decisions, think of the amount of brain power that you are using. And I truly believe it can get you to force setup. It can actually make your patience muscle a lot worse, because when you're backtesting, it's very easy to just fast forward, right? But in the live markets, it involves patience, right? So that's why I truly believe that once you get your strategy down, once you know what you're doing, give yourself a little break there after your trading session, and then journal and come back for that next day. And the last thing that has honestly helped me a ton this year is base hits. Okay. So a home run hit is when your take profit gets hit, your full TP gets hit. Base hits are when you either partial out, or maybe you roll your stop, or maybe you just close a trade because you simply don't like what's happening. Base hits add up, and there are weeks where I take a couple base hits and end up making 2 or 3 R. Whereas if I didn't, take those base hits, maybe I would have lost, maybe I would have took a break even. So not every trade has to be a home run, and that's okay. This is something that has helped me evolve immensely this year, is just taking what the market's given me, and being grateful for what the market gives me, especially with day trades, but swing trades as well. It's both the exact same thing. A lot of the time we can hold a trade and everything in it is telling us that the trade isn't valid anymore. And you could be holding a trade that your ego is telling you, no, but think about what the profit could be if you hit full take profit. Meanwhile, the trade has reversed on you. It's breaking structure in the opposing direction. It's failed to break a zone that you need it to break to continue to be valid, but you're not paying attention to these things. You're just paying attention to what the take profit says it would be. And this is a vicious cycle. And this is something that got me a couple times this year. As you guys know, I was floating 10K profit on this trade for a beautiful payout. And everything was telling me to close the trade because it was no longer valid. And I didn't, because I wanted to try and get a 20K day. And then it ended up reversing all the way and taking me out at break even. So yeah, that was one that really, really helped me just say, you know what, Mac, don't do this anymore. You can be better and stop just swinging for the fences when you don't need to, and when the market is showing you that it's simply not happening today. And that's fine. When we take A+ setups, when we take our setup, we're anticipating the market is going to do something, right? Sometimes the market shows us that it's just simply not ready that day, and that's okay. But it's very, very important to take the profits when you can, because those base hits, like I said, they add up. And this is a habit that takes a while to break, but I promise you, once you break it, you're going to be a lot happier, because you're constantly seeing these profits that maybe would have went back to break even. It's something that I do now all the time. So if I'm in a trade and the market isn't giving me what I want, say price is consolidating in an area that I need it to break. So let's say I'm looking to long. If I'm looking to long, I need it to break these key levels to continue to long. But if we reject at a level I need it to break to continue long, then what does that mean? It means my trade is most likely invalid. So instead of just going break even and getting nothing from the trade, I like to close and bank those profits. And yes, there's some times where it comes back and then it goes, but most of the time, if it rejects at an area, it's coming for my stop loss, or it's coming for the break even, and then it'll just, who knows what'll happen after that. Doing this has allowed me to bank profits on trades that I wouldn't have. And especially last year, when I used to go break even all the time, I gave so many profits back, and this will completely impact your profitability. There's been a lot of traders that have joined my community looking to get to that next level in their trading, and they were simply targeting 1 to 3s, 1 to 4s, 1 to 5s, and a lot of the time price would come back and take them out at break even. And this made them stay in that break even phase because they weren't maximizing their profits. They made little tweaks where they targeted less RR. Maybe they're targeting 1 to 2s now, or maybe they're just simply closing their trades when the market isn't giving them what they want to. And those base hits, those little adjustments, have brought them to profitability. And now you combine that with being patient, less is more, taking less trades. You're going to be in a way better situation than you were when you were simply over trading every single day. And I get it. It's very tough to understand that, man, I need to take less trades to become more profitable, but that doesn't make sense. What if a trade happens Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? That's so rare, and I'm telling you, that's just not going to happen. That's not going to happen unless you're that lower time frame scalper. Those people are different beasts. They can see trades every day because the frequency that they trade, they need frequency to have an edge. This is what's just worked for me. This has helped me and countless of other traders in my community reach profitability, reach payouts, reach funding, all of the above. And it's all come down to the things that I mentioned in this video. Now, if you're watching this all the way to the end, I appreciate you. And becoming profitable isn't one big event. It's small tweaks over time. It's becoming 1% better every single day. Make sure you guys go watch a couple of my other videos. I think they will help you as well. And you're gonna start to find profitability this year. I'm very, very confident that if you just stick with this, you keep doing what you need to do, you keep doing these things that I'm recommending, you're going to see a massive, massive jump in your trading. And what I would love you guys to do is drop a comment down below what you're maybe struggling on. And I would love to hear that. Maybe I can chime in. I know a lot of you guys will comment on other people's comments, and we truly have the best community on here. And I just appreciate you all so much. So what do I say at the end of every single video? Let's be 1% better every single day. I wish you all a fantastic trading week.